Thanks to Skylight Calendar for sponsoring today's video. It's a book that I wrote. It's now available for pre-order everywhere books are sold. Should I take my shoes off?
No.
Okay. Am I doing this right?
I don't know.
You guys are gonna have to pull me out of this. Alexa, turn off the outdoor bedroom light? No, the
Backyard lights.
automation. I've just discovered a flaw. You have to be able to remember the words that you need to say. Hello, brains. Welcome to episode 2 of ADHD Friendly House Hacks. This time featuring someone else's house. Caroline? This is Caroline Maguire. She's an ADHD coach and a good friend of mine. I came to stay with her for a week and noticed that her house is even more ADHD friendly than mine. And so I asked her if I could show you her house, and she said, sure, which is amazing. So we're gonna go look around her house, and I'm gonna show you the 5 things that I think make a house ADHD friendly and give you Caroline's examples of how to do it. Ready? Do the Launchpad. Number 1, Launchpads. This is one of my favorite hacks for an ADHD friendly house, and it's something that my mom did before she even knew that we had ADHD, which is to have a launch pad by the door. This is important for ADHDers. It's also important for kids. There's probably a reason why a lot of families will have a launch pad, but even if you don't have kids, it's a really good idea to have a place by the door, which is where you put your stuff.
So there's baskets for each person, including the dog. All their sports gear is here, including refill items. So when I do laundry, I fill bags with what they'll need for the week, and that way I'm not scrambling or remembering, and they can fill their own bags. And I even have socks for their shoes.
Oh, that's brilliant. So anything they might need as they are running out the door in a hurry. Yeah.
So that I don't have to remember, I externalize it. Because otherwise I'd be like, socks, run upstairs. I don't rely on my memory because my memory is not going to succeed. So I literally just make sure everything is set up and I don't have to remember. And I create systems that also remind me. So I have flags on my phone to remind me to refill these bags once a week.
Right, and that's one of the things that's really helpful about the Launchpad is you don't have to remember to grab your bag with your towel in it. It's there. You see it as you're going out the door. So a lot of people with ADHD have this phenomenon. It's like if things are out of sight, they're out of mind. And so you don't realize until you get to the point where you're at the pool, like, oh wait, I need a towel. Like you forgot that towels existed for a while. And so having them be visible as you're running out the door, having whatever you need to bring as you run out the door is a really good idea.
You'll notice there's sunglasses so that I don't have to remember. They're equipped on his bag. If he goes somewhere and he needs them, he has his Spidey sunglasses.
That's brilliant.
There's everything that they would need, and also then I'm empowering them. You can get your own bag, you can fill your own bag, and it's not this constant, like, we have to run upstairs because we forgot this.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yay!
Before I jump to the next tip with Caroline, one thing that can make a home more ADHD friendly is having a family calendar. One place where everyone in the family can go to see what's happening when, such as Skylight. Skylight Calendar is a smart touchscreen calendar that syncs events from all the existing calendars your family uses. And when you add an event on your existing calendar, it will automatically appear on the Skylight Calendar at home. That is very helpful because before doing this, I would forget to tell my partner very important things, like the fact that I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. The family chore chart also allows you to assign everyone's to-dos. They can come find their name and check off their chores and get little celebration emojis when they do, which makes it more motivating. Being able to assign my partner chores on Skylight has been really helpful so I don't interrupt and distract him when I remember I need his help with something. I can just add it directly to the calendar or even from the app, and he can do the same for me. This also reduces the mental load of either of us feeling like we have to remember what needs to be done when, because it's easy to check. Even when we can't find our phones, we can find Skylight, and on days when we're feeling overwhelmed, we can also remind each other to relax. When you have a brain that wants to do all the things, it's important to have a place to keep track of all the things. Skylight Calendar can give you peace of mind and time to enjoy the things you love by organizing your busy household. Go to skylightcal.com/howtoadhd and use my code HowToADHD for 10% off. And now, back to the tips. Okay, another thing that makes your house really ADHD friendly is that you make things easy to access that support brain health and function. You have cut up vegetables, you have cut up fruit, you have bowls and forks readily accessible. I have eaten more fruit since I have been at your house than I probably have in a very long time. And that's because I come downstairs and there is fruit on the table. Not that it magically happened, I'm sure you put it there, but but you got a fruit tray. And fruit trays are something that I'm like, that would be so great, but I'm like, that's such a waste. It would be cheaper to get but I'm eating so much more fruit now.
That's my thing too. Like, I would love to be a person who cuts up fruit, but I don't. And so this is my accommodation, because if I have the fruit cut up, we eat it. If I have the vegetables cut up. Otherwise, I don't cut them up and they die.
Yeah, I've thrown away a lot of uncut fruit.
Thrown away a lot too.
So this is great. Having easy access to water. Water is very important for functionality too. And so you have water here, but you also have water bottles, which is great, because if I'm on the go, I'm not gonna grab a glass and like run out the door, but I might grab a bottle of water and run out the door. You also have different types of water and Powerade Zeros and everything. So hydrating is really easy. And one of the things I love is you also make it really easy to restock. So if I take one so that you don't have to do all the restocking, your kids and your husband can help, right? I can take one of these and then just go to that cabinet right there and restock it pretty easily.
I like it when people help restock, because otherwise it's just me. So that's why I set this up.
Your house is really ADHD friendly, but some of it is because you have done a lot of things to make sure that it's ADHD friendly. It doesn't just magically appear that way.
It's actually because at one point they told me that they thought there was a fairy who did all of this stuff, and I reminded them that I was the fairy.
So how do you get yourself to do all these things?
I think everybody has their own way of motivating, and you've talked about this a lot on your channel, but I like to gamify everything. So I like set a timer and I race through stuff, and I like allow myself a reward then at the end. And I have a lot of reminders so that I don't have to remember to do all this stuff. And it's set up every Sunday. I do these things, and then I get a reward, which might be just sitting by myself watching a movie.
I have on Sundays are my kind of reset days where I'm like, okay, let me set up for the week. Let me clear the chaos of the week as much as I can. I can't always get through all of it, but then reset for the following week so that I'm set up. And I've noticed if I do that, I have a really good week. And if I don't do that, I'm miserable. It really is important to take this time to set your space up to be ADHD friendly for you, because otherwise the number of accessibility issues that you run into throughout the week are so frustrating.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Sunday nights, I reset everything, because if I don't, then the week is this miserable slog. And that's part of what incentivizes me. I really hate that feeling of scramble.
I love that you have a fitness area.
If I didn't have this, I would never work out, because my Barbie is couch.
Yeah. The fewer barriers that we can have to doing the things that we need to do to help our brains function at their best, the more likely we're actually gonna do them. If I didn't have a fitness area in my house, I would not work out. You don't have to have an entire like corner of a room that is your fitness area, but having something out that can encourage you to move is really important, because exercise is one of the most helpful things for ADHD brains. You can check out our video on that here. No, this is really great. And it's not just about fitness gear, it's also about the cut up fruit that you have upstairs. It's also about the waters that you have easily accessible. By the way, not just upstairs in the upstairs fridge, but the water is accessible down here too. So if I'm thirsty, I don't have to go upstairs and get distracted and get a water and then be like, yeah, I'll come back, and then not come back. I can just go grab a water right here. Everything's so well set up to support that. You have a trampoline in the backyard too. You wanna go?
I do have a trampoline in the backyard.
Let's go bounce on that. Woo! You have fun things too. You have a variety, you have different options, and they're fun. Am I doing this right?
I don't know.
Trampoline! Do you ever use a trampoline?
No, but my kids do.
That's really smart. She's tricking them into exercising because it's fun.
We also do activities where they learn things like math facts while they bounce.
All right, Caroline, I think we're on our own with this.
Oh my, we've lost the cameraman.
Number 3, point of performance. Okay, so you do something similar to what I do in terms of coffee station.
Point of performance is really, really helpful for people with ADHD, which is basically having everything that you need to use at the place where you need to use it. And in the case of coffee, you've got everything you need right here. You have the cups and the spoons, you've got the coffee, you've got the Keurig cups in case you don't want to make the coffee. You have your coffee maker, and you've got it right next to the sink so you can dump it out, pour water. I talk about that in this video on my own ADHD hacks for my own house. I need to do an updated version because that's my old house. I gotta do one for my new one. Anyway, this is something that I learned as a server, waiting tables when everything's really chaotic and you are scrambling to take care of the dinner rush. You want everything where you need it to be. So the coffee station has everything you need to make coffee. The drink station has everything you need to make drinks. There's ice, there's cups, there's the soda machine, everything is right there. And that's the only way I think any of us were able to do anything, because if you had to run from one side of the restaurant to the other to take care of one order, then nobody would get their food in time and everybody would be mad. Sometimes having ADHD is a lot like the dinner rush at the restaurant where there's way too much to do all at once. And you really need everything to be as convenient and accessible as possible. You need efficiency because otherwise everything falls apart really quickly. There's a whole lot of like, oh shoot, I just remembered that I needed to do the thing, you know, and you have to do it in that moment. The less you have to run across the house to get all of the things that you need for the thing, the better.
I don't want to have to do everything all the time for everyone also. So everything that's set up is self-service.
Oh, that's a really good point. So for me, I do that for myself, but for you, you do it so that you don't have to do all of these things for your kids. They can do it themselves.
Absolutely. Everything has a point of performance. That way I don't have to do everything and I'm not constantly called upon.
Mom, where are the spoons? Mom, where are the cups? Mom, where's the coffee?
Exactly.
They can just see that it's all right here.
And it's not just coffee, everything I do this way.
I just realized, like, I'm assuming your kids drink a ton of coffee. They probably don't.
No coffee for the kids, but I do have this for everything. Like their lunches, everything, so that they don't have to remember and I don't have to remember.
I think what I'm realizing is that a lot of things that make a home ADHD friendly are the same things that make a home kid friendly. But it's because kids don't have developed executive function, right?
Right.
And so we set things up this way for kids, but it also makes it easier for us because executive function gets taxed a lot by life in general for everyone. But especially if you have ADHD and you have impaired executive function, it's really important that you set these systems up for yourself.
So you can be on automatic pilot. Like you don't have to worry about everything all the time. It just goes.
So this is another really great example of point of performance. You have cords everywhere. This is super helpful. And not only that, what the heck is this magic? You've got a cord that is all of the cords that you could possibly need.
That's so that we don't have to go find the cords.
I didn't even know they made these. What the heck?
And it's cheap too.
That's so cool. Also, dog treats. Where's the dog crate? Right there. Where are the dog treats? Right here. Yeah, you were not joking about this point of performance thing. You've got this on lock.
I have to, because otherwise I am constantly frantic and it's so draining. I can't take it.
I have to tell you, of all of the homes I've ever been in, this is the most chill, and you have 2 kids.
I'm glad that you think they were chill.
It's pretty amazing. Like, I'm taking notes. I noticed your labels. Chloe. Number 4, labels. This is brilliant. So you have all of your snacks labeled, you have more snacks labeled, you've got British tea. Is there any other kind? What makes a tea British?
Because I brought it back.
Oh, it's actually British tea. Look at that. Caroline, explain yourself.
I brought it back from England and I put it in plain sight so my family won't take it.
Wait, hang on. Explain that. You put it in plain sight so that your family wouldn't take it?
It's best to hide things in plain sight.
I love that your British tea comes with
cookies. You have to have cookies.
Cakes, brownies, frosting, stuff for s'mores. You have a s'mores bin?
Yeah, because when you have a fire pit, sometimes it's last minute, so you have to have the stuff for the s'mores. Or if you have a bad day and you need a s'more.
Oh my God, these look like really good s'mores. Your s'mores have Oreos in them?
Well, the Oreos are for people who come to the backyard fire pit.
Oh, so this is like your fire pit, backyard party. Where are the graham crackers? You need more graham crackers.
Oh, the graham crackers are in a bin called crackers.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Pirate's Booty pretzels, taco shells. What do we have? Coffee, crackers, graham crackers, saltines, pasta, mac and cheese. Yeah, this is great. All your cleaning supplies are just here in one place, which is great. I know why I label things. Why do you label things?
Well, this really helps with kids and caregivers. So if my dad comes to help and he's here and I'm traveling, he can find everything. If my son needs to find stuff, it's labeled. He can read now, he can read these.
So I label everything for myself to lower the burden on my executive function, but it occurs to me that you're doing it to lower the burden on your executive function, not just so that you can find things more easily, but so that other people don't interrupt you going, where is the?
Yeah, it helps for the interruption factor, but it also helps with the, do I have these supplies? Because if you have the empty bin and you knew what was supposed to be in it, right? So it's not like, oh, I think I have this. It's like, oh, I know that this bin as I pass it is empty.
So if you're throwing a party in your backyard and you don't see marshmallows in the s'mores bin, you know you need to get some marshmallows. This is brilliant. I think labeling things is one of the most helpful things for ADHD. This is also something my mom did a lot. My mom did a lot of things that were just naturally helpful for my ADHD that I'm learning to do myself and for myself.
This was an Ibnu. This took a long time. I had this idea that for return to school, I would have this. And so I worked on it just whenever I was waiting for the kids to get on and off the bus.
Oh, that's really smart.
So I set a specific time. It had a beginning and an end. I put my label maker down here for like a month and a half.
Point of performance. You put the label maker where you needed to label stuff and eventually you're like, all right, fine, I'll do it.
Well, and also it was like, I am only working on this for 15 minutes and then tomorrow I'll do more.
Where did you get all the bins?
Container store, because one of my family's complaints was that all the bins were different and they didn't all fit together. And so they claimed that the reason that they never put things back was because they couldn't fit everything on the shelf.
By the way, this is for moving too. If you're packing, it to me was really, really worth it to get boxes or bins or whatever that were all the same size so that it's easy. Because otherwise it's so much more stressful. And moving is hard anyway. It's so much more stressful to try and cram things into misshapen, different size boxes. I'm a big fan of uniformity if you can. You can get bins for pretty cheap. You don't have to get them from the container store either. But getting bins that are roughly the same size and shape I think is really helpful. Because they fit together better. Number 5, automation. Alexa, turn off the lights.
Who's going to share that name?
That's fair. I just told Alexa to turn off the lights and it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of things that are lights. I don't know which one you want me to turn off. That's really smart. Okay, because I was just about to turn off the lights to the entire house.
Yeah, she wants you to be specific.
Okay, well, that makes sense. This is a conversation now. Okay. Alexa, turn off the outdoor bedroom light? No, the
Backyard lights.
Play your music on Amazon.
Alexa, off.
Automation, I've just discovered a flaw. You have to be able to remember the words that you need to say. Alexa, turn on the backyard lights.
Okay.
It did it.
Yep.
What else do you have automated? Because I'm sure it's more than lights.
Auto bills, everything that I can think of. Like there's an announcement feature to Alexa, so I can make announcements throughout the house so I don't have to scream.
How does that work? Show me.
Alexa, make an announcement.
What's the announcement?
I would like you all to come down to dinner.
Announcing.
I would like you all to come down to dinner.
Ooh, so then that plays with all the Alexas throughout
Allow
the house?
the Alexas throughout the house, play that message. So I can also help them with things. So if they need something, the kids, they can say to me, you know, Mom, I'm in my room and I can't find my socks. And I can make an announcement back of where the socks are so that I don't have to be running up and down the stairs. They can just let me know, messages back and forth.
That's brilliant. I just yell at my boyfriend. I'm like, babe, where are my socks? Babe, is it cold outside?
But then you're constantly like trying to remember stuff, right? And you can't be constantly trying to remember stuff. That's too draining.
I automate some stuff too. I also do the auto pay thing because otherwise I will not remember to pay my bills. In fact, the things that I can't set up on auto pay are the things that I am late on. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to pay my studio rent this week, but I'm out of town, so I forgot. I have certain things that I run out of often that I will set up like automatic shipping on. So there's smoothie powder that I really like. That I used to go to a shop in LA for, and now I have them automatically ship it to me every month. And that does a couple of things. One, I don't have to remember what's the name of that place, what's my address, where do I live, and then go and do it every time. But also it reminds me to drink smoothies, because if I get a new shipment and I go to put it in the bin with the other smoothie powder, and the other smoothie powder is like, hi, haven't been touched in like a month, I'm like, I should drink more smoothies.
Absolutely. You have to have reminders, and every time something gets shipped to you, it reminds you.
Yeah, so you have automated reminders too.
I have automated reminders. I have things on auto ship. I have things that I just don't have to think about as much as possible.
Yeah, so it's less taxing on executive function to automate stuff.
Absolutely. Otherwise, it's all in your working memory and you can't remember it all.
But I'll remember. I won't forget.
Yeah, I like to think that, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and other lies we tell ourselves. Let's go upstairs.
All right. Okay, so Craig, my husband set up all this automation. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Alexa, turn on the master bedroom light.
Oh.
And then you're like, Alexa, turn off the master bedroom lights. Okay.
There are times where I have slept with the lights on because I'm too tired to go turn them off. Absolutely. And then I don't sleep well.
Yeah, absolutely. I do the same thing. It doesn't always work, but it worked today.
Ooh, massage chair.
I have a bunch of different options for my neck, my back. I have a massage chair is one of them.
No, this is great because massage is really good for ADHD too. We're stressed. We are very stressed a lot of the time. Massage is one of the best things to kind of bring those stress levels down really quickly, which is what we need. When I went to massage school, people don't know this, I used to be a massage therapist. When I went to massage school, I was taught that a 60-minute massage has the same stress relieving benefits as a 2-day vacation.
Oh my God. I need to get in this more.
And for people with ADHD, it's probably even more so because a 2-day vacation is a lot of stress actually, because there's a lot of packing involved and all kinds of stuff. How do I use this?
There is a clicker. Oh.
Oh! Oh, this is so cool. Okay, the rest of the shoot is canceled. I'm just gonna be here now. Yeah. If I had the room in my house for one of these and the budget for it, I would have one. But there are a lot of ways to have some sort of massage thing in your house without this. There's little massage gun things. There's massage balls that you can use to massage yourself. I have a lot of like little massage things that are cheaper and fit in my house, but this is amazing. This is the dream.
I use this a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the massage gun.
Yeah.
How does it work? Whoa, that is like, it's like a drill. It's probably good you didn't show this to me before because I wouldn't have done anything else this week. You guys are gonna have to pull me out of this. I think we should keep going.
Speaking of important performance, we don't always just need things at home. So I leave everything in a suitcase packed all the time.
This is your go bag.
It's my go bag. And so it's all my toiletries ready. All my cords. These are the things I forget. And then I get to the hotel and I'm like, I have no cord to charge my phone. Ready. And I just leave it here. And I don't touch it because if I rob from it,
then you won't have it. You'll think you have
I
it.
won't replace it, or every trip becomes a major undertaking.
I have a go bag too. J2 just made me make a go bag and it's the best thing ever. It's the reason why I've had all the cords that I need and all of the face wash and everything that I need on this trip. Go bags for the win.
Yes, it's amazing. Alexa, turn off the master bedroom lights. Okay.
Yeah, this is really nice. I like your house. Thanks. Thank you to my brain advocates and all my Patreon brains for allowing me to make content like this. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was helpful for you. The cameraman stops getting distracted by the dog. So where can people find you if they like your ideas and want to join your community?
CarolineMaguireAuthor.com or at author Caroline M.
Perfect. Like, subscribe, click all the things, and I will see you next video. 1, 2, 3. Bye,
Bye,
brains! Oh, that was good.